Okay. Dan who? Dan double you. Let's go. Ow, wow, listen right now. Everybody knows the man that says pow. Start the show, gonna talk some toys. This is for the grown-up girls and boys making noise. Let's start the show. Talking Marvel Legends and the money that we blow. Honestly, look, there ain't no stopping me. Turtles and Joes too, let's do this properly. Need to buy more toys, don't tell my bank. Wasn't me, promise it was Hellfire Hank. Whole crew, look, they made me do it. If it lands at my door, then I best review it. Screw it, I don't usually boast, but I got Rich M, he's here to host. Raise a toast and raise some ducks. This isn't your average show, we're Deluxe. Pow! And welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And Pow, how are we doing? Good job my voice isn't gone. How are we doing? It's been 2 weeks since we have streamed, and it feels like a lot longer. I know that's really weird, but I've had a holiday in between, and like, I don't know, I'm still on calm down mode from the holiday, if that makes sense. You know, you're on holiday, you forget what day of the week it is. I'm still on that vibe. So I think it's Thursday. I hope we're at the right time slot. And hello, how are we doing? Let me ask this man. He'll probably know for me. Rich, what day is it?
It's Thursday.
Yay! I got the right day. You know what I mean, though. When you're on holiday, you forget what day of the week it is, right? You don't need to remember. You just go with the flow.
I don't get holidays down. I just got to work.
Mate, I've been there. This is my first holiday since pre-COVID, and I get genuinely like I shit myself on the plane. We had a bit of turbulence, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, we're going down. You know, like I started panicking. I forgot, like I burnt my feet on the first day, Rich. The first day.
That is scarred on my memory, Dan. I've seen the pictures. Yeah.
Shall I show everyone on here the picture of my feet?
Don't be eating anyone.
No, I'd get demonetized for like graphic content, honestly. Basically, that first day. The first day was like, because we arrived so late in the evening, the day we got there, all we could do was go for a drink at the hotel bar and then went to bed and got up early. So we got up early, and I did put sun cream on. I put it like everywhere that was visible, but at the time I'm putting sun cream on, I'm obviously wearing my trainers. So I've put sun cream on, and then we went out for a walk, and we've walked up the beach, and the pool was quite quiet because we didn't really know what the vibe of the hotel would be like. So we figured out it's a nice hotel, and because it's like sort of on the way to off season, it was nice and chilled. Like we had an opportunity to have the pool to ourselves and like a proper a double bed essentially as a Lido type thing. So we just stripped off and just got in the pool. Like we just went for it. We could order. You could like scan a code and order drinks to your table and all that. So we didn't have to deal with anyone. So we just jumped in the pool. So we swum for a little bit, got out. And obviously I've got out the pool and I'm just lying down in a towel and I'm not really thinking too much of it, but it's like 2 o'clock in the day, prime sun's beaming down, and I can feel a little bit of heat on me, but I didn't think anything was wrong, especially not on my feet. And then later on that evening, I was like trying to put my trainers on. I was like, that fucking hurts. And Amanda goes, Dan, you're burnt. Look in the mirror. And I've looked in the mirror and I'm like a lobster type thing. And annoyingly, I told you guys before I left on holiday, I said that I tan quite well. And I do, like, eventually. But that first day, I just was a massive fail. And because I basically stripped off, I didn't tan my body. I didn't tan my feet. So I had I basically had red tits and red feet. It was ridiculous. So my Crocs saved me. The Crocs I was talking about, they were the only thing I could wear for the whole holiday. And like, because I did it on day one, it's sort of every single day I was just in pain. Like just walking to the shop, walking to the restaurant, walking around the beach. So I tried not to ruin my experience, but my feet were fucking burnt. So yeah, it's all good. I'm okay now. So I had basically After Sun in the fridge in our minibar. We stripped out the minibar of all alcohol and just shoved After Sun in there. It was like, it's fine. We're drinking. But yeah, that was my week. What about you?
Yeah, I've had a good week. Yeah, nice quiet week of not doing much.
Yeah, it's always good. I've purposely I'm not going back to work till Monday. Amanda went straight back to work as soon as we got here, but
poor Amanda.
Yeah, and her card wouldn't start when we got back either. So like Amanda's gutted. Amanda's not in a great place. But yeah, I needed a few days to just decompress. Before we get back into it. And of course we've got Toy Fair at the weekend as well, which is great. So Yeah, still some fun times to go. But I have missed all of these beautiful people in the chat, so let me not waste any more time.
All of them?
There might be one or two that I don't, but we'll figure that out as we go through. So let me go to the housekeeping. First and foremost, welcome back to the channel. Every single Thursday, me and Rich are here live, recapping the week that was in the world of Marvel Legends and everything in between. Legends and Liquor every other Sunday. Unfortunately, because of the holiday, I missed a week. So the next Legends and Liquor is going to be the 8th of October, okay? 8th of October is the next Legends and Liquor. And I promise, Tanner, I will do a Turtles and Tea in October. Same with Joe's and Juice, Tom and Mark. Joe's and Juice, Turtles and Tea, both happening in October. I just need to get my friend's wedding out of the way. I've got Toy Fair this weekend. I've got my friend's wedding, and I've now been asked to speak at. I was a groomsman. That was just going to be a silent groomsman and just stand there, do what I'm told. But now they want me to do a speech, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So now I'm stressing about that. So after the wedding, I'll be back to regular scheduled program. So I appreciate everyone's patience, but there are plenty of Joes to talk about, and currently Joes are winning the poll, but we'll come back to that in a minute. Super chats are alive. Please, anything over £4 or $4 via super chat or the Streamlab donation link Friday. Our talking robot assistant, who's also had 2 weeks off. So I don't even know if she's here. I don't even know if she has returned from her annual leave. I have no idea. We shall find out during the course of this show, hopefully. But anything over £4 or $4, she will read it out, be a part of the show, be a part of the replay crew forever, live on in history of the channel. I appreciate that. Contribute. Hit that join button. Many channel membership tiers to join from now, which after my holiday, I'll be kicking into those new ones as well a little bit more, especially the super producer one. We're going to be getting those guys to pick some topics. And then after today's show, we will go straight into the Dan Who Extra, which is like a mini Legends of Liquor. It's a nice little catch up every week with the guys talking toys, guys and girls, of course. So yeah, if you want to join that show today, just be a channel member at the Dan Who Deluxe tier, and you can literally be a part of the after show tonight for an extra like half an hour, 45 minutes, just chatting some nonsense. Let's also go to the chat and see what these. Let's just go down and see who I missed. All right, so. Mark Tat, Mark Rose, Figure Cave Collectibles, which is Adam Batman. I missed all of them. I missed Jamie. I missed Eric Stream. I missed The Fossil. RP says Pow. I missed him. Compulsive Collector, of course, I missed him. Mike Hex. Did I miss Mike? Yeah, I missed Mike. Yeah, Mike's all good. Gary. Fortress Maximus, Lady Mac,
But Mike's comment on your video saying, "Is that Tanner?" Oh, I laughed so much.
He still doesn't know who it is. He's been messaging the Legend of the Liquor group, and everyone's just ignoring him. But he still has no idea who it is. But yeah, go and watch my video, which I'll mention in a second. But Tanner's in the chat. He wasn't in my porch. Someone else was. Damien Luston, Collecting Rush says, I'm home and watching. Hello, Rush. I've got a package from Rush I'll be talking about very, very shortly. Paul McCarthy, Justin Lopez, the retweeting king, Jay's Toy Collection UK. Go and watch Jay's last video on YouTube, please, to just feel Cheeky Monkey Kiara's pain. The man is starting to buy hot toys. I don't know what he does for a living, Jay, but I need in, Jay. Get me in. Cloud Fox Wild Sauce in the chat with the fox emojis. I appreciate that. Mini Plastic Multiverse says, hey crew. Oh, there's a Compulsive Collector. Thank you very much. And he says, I think Cloud wanted me to send you this. The fox emoji. I appreciate that. Thank you, Cloud, and to Compulsive Collector. There's also a new tab now on YouTube that Rich just told me about before we went live. So thank you, Rich. Which only shows you the super chats. So like, obviously I need a few more before they appear, but they will be there, I promise you. So we'll be able to literally just look at super chats now. So make sure we do not miss any, which is always nice.
And just ignore everyone else now.
Yeah.
Paolo, we're not speaking to you.
Yeah, literally, you can turn this screen on and not talk to anybody unless it's a super chat. But that would just be mean. That would be mean. I wouldn't do that. I appreciate your support all the same. It's also new. They're new fancy boxes as well. They've changed their graphics or something. Who else? Kurt K's there. Riley's there. STM Figures. Omar V. Arvin. RA says hello. Striding Hobby. Hello. Wolfpack, you just hit 2K as well on YouTube. Congratulations, Wolfpack. He sort of retired for a little bit, or did he? I don't think he did. He was always lurking. And he's back at it, and it's always good to see him get around. G.I. Joe's absolutely killing it. So yeah, let me just start off by saying, of course, I did do a video while I was away, which I discussed, but we are going to be recapping Pulsecon. Just a general conversation. It's a quiet news week in toys anyway. And me and Rich haven't been on the stream together in nearly 3 weeks, okay? So I don't know what Rich thinks of some of these. He might love them, he might hate them. We're about to find out together. But there is a live poll right now in the chat that literally just says, who had the best reveals at Pulsecon? Was it Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Star Wars or other? So far, Star Wars or other is on 3%. Transformers is 5%.
Oh, that Avalon Hill. Oh my God, amazing times from Avalon Hill. Wow.
Marvel Legends, 33%. But our current leader, which I expected as much, is G.I. Joe with 59% of the vote. A lot of people very much enjoying all the G.I. Joe reveals, not just at Pulsecon, but all year. They have been killing it, and we've still got his tanks to arrive in our hands before the end of the year, so that'd be really good. But let me look at my videos real quick. Massive thank you to Rich, who's here right now. This little recap video that I did from my hotel room, I was sat at the poolside trying to edit it on an iPad. I was trying to upload it. I was just having mad issues. So Rich came to the rescue yet again. So thank you very much, Rich, for helping me not just leave a 10-day gap of no content on the channel. I do very much appreciate it. You know what my OCD is like, so that consistency is important to me. So I'm glad you were able to help me. So thank you very much. And now I've realised you're better at editing than me. I hope you're available more.
I don't think I am. Like me and Dan had a conversation before you went away, and I was gonna spend the last 2 weeks just getting to learn editing again, because I haven't edited for a while. And then it was literally I had morning, but I just had to learn it all.
Doomed Customs
Hang on, look at this
$100.
man. Look at this man.
As always, you guys make my week. Love my Joes, and I love Dan and Rich.
And we love you. Oh my God, absolutely, mate. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? A $100 super chat from Doom Customs. Absolutely fucking insane. Doom Customs. Wow, thank you so much. Your support to the channel is absolutely insane. I have no words. I don't know what to say to you anymore apart from thank you 100 times. Honestly, absolutely amazing. That's insane. This man is insane.
He can buy sunscreen now for his next holiday.
Clearly.
You've made his holiday
yeah,
for him.
Sun cream, factor 50 and some after sun will definitely be on the next holiday for sure. Also, a massive thank you to Pixels and Plastics as welcome back, brother. Wasn't the same without you. I appreciate that. I hope people miss me. I hope that people, when Pulsecon reveals came out, they were like, I wonder what Dan thought. I hope somebody, just one person, I hope one person out there thought, I wonder what Dan thought. That would be nice to know. We also got Air Extreme, who gifted a channel membership. Let me go and see who caught that. Someone must have caught that. Let me have a look. Air Extreme. The Fossil caught it. Good catch, The Fossil. Good catch. Strong arms there. Strong arms. So The Fossil was gifted a channel membership, which is perfect, by the way, because in October... we are doing an inner circle. There's going to be an inner circle in October. So it's the perfect time to be a channel member because the inner circle is just fun and games, lots of nonsense, and people can get involved from any channel membership tier. But then it's locked away behind the wall forever, okay? So go and watch the inner circle if you don't know what it's all about. But yeah, look, this is absolutely insane support from people. Compulsive Collector, Pixels and Plastic, Air Extreme, the absolutely madman, which is Doom Customs. Justin Collects is glad to see you are back. Hope you had a good holiday. Now you are back to work. These figures aren't going to review themselves. That is absolutely true. I finished the review today, Rich. You'll be proud of me. Before I went live, I filmed a review. I'm gonna edit it as soon as we finish the after show, and I'm gonna have it up just after midnight. That's my plan. Get it up just after midnight, and I'll reveal which one that is shortly. And Air Extreme just gifted another channel membership, another one. He's giving them out. He's absolutely giving them out. Who's caught this one? Ryan Riley caught this channel membership. Good catch, Ryan Riley. You are now a channel member as well. Go and watch all the channel membership. I'm going to be doing an exclusive channel membership vlog of this room collapsing. Did you just notice there's a big gap there now? I'm going to start taking everything down, and the rearrange, the refurb is happening. My aim is to have it done by the end of the year. We're getting new windows. I need to put new lights on because that one is just blinking out constantly. It's doing my head in. I know it's doing your head in. It's doing my head in. So I get one comment every stream saying, Dan, fix your likes. I can't. They're broke. I need to rip them all down and start again. So I'm going to be doing an exclusive vlog for channel members, just my quick thoughts as I pull stuff down and stuff like that. So yeah, just some extra content for the people supporting the channel. I appreciate that. But yeah, absolutely insane. And I do like this new button now. Make sure I don't miss anything. That is look at the support. Thank you so much. I have missed you. It's because of you guys I can even buy toys to talk about them. So I appreciate you all so much. So let's do exactly that. Let's get into some actual toys. I have got quite a bit to show off, so I'm just going to skim through them, but I don't want to hog it, Rich. Have you got anything worthy of conversation? Has anything arrived recently that you can show off?
I picked up the 60th Iron Man yesterday from Smiths. I got it. It was like cheap. So that's quite good.
Is it on sale in Smiths?
Yeah, it's I think was it 24, I think 20
okay.
No, or 20, I don't know. It was under 27 anyway. It was like about a couple of quid off.
Very nice.
And finally, the last person in the world to get them. I got these.
What time did you get them?
I was out today, so they were when I came back. So I'm gonna guess.
I was gonna say I was probably the last person to get them because these didn't arrive until like late today. But here they are, Star Action figures, finally. Now my rage has turned to comic and cocktails as we wait for Chung-Li. So comic and cocktails, like. So you've already got Chung-Li, haven't you?
I got Chung-Li because I got it from, I think, Amazon. I got this from Comics and Cocktail in their sale on the weekend.
I should have jumped on their sale. No, there's plenty of stuff I need to backtrack on. The Squadron Supreme, I should have done that. Because you got the Squadron Supreme as well, right? You went and got Hyperion and Dr. Spectrum. Yeah.
Finish them off with Power Princess come in. I thought, get them all.
Should be here by the end of the year. Should be here by December, I think. But these in hand, by the way. This is I haven't got Chung-Li, so this is the first time I'm seeing them. And I haven't even talked about the box yet, but just the packaging, the presentation, it just looks so good. Like if you brought the whole roster and just kept them on card, that's a display and collection in itself. So
why you keep them on? Don't keep them on card. Take them out.
I am. Of course I am. I'm just saying I appreciate the presentation here. Like very, very nice. So I'm waiting for Chung-Li off Comic and Cocktails, and then I want to at least get. I don't need to get any of the variants. I don't need Evil Ryo. I know he's technically a different character, but for me, he's just a variant. So I want one of every unique character on the back of here. So we shall see. But they look very good. I won't be doing reviews or anything of these. No one cares what I think of these, but I do like them. There you go.
Who's your favorite Street Fighter character? Excuse me.
The one that always looked like the Hulk. Blanca, is that his name?
Blanca.
Yeah, Blanca. Yeah, I always picked him because he looked like the Hulk. For a small period of my childhood, I did think he was the Hulk and didn't really understand what was going on.
I'll stop buying handkerchiefs again now when these go now.
Blanca. So he's not going to fit in here, is he? They're going to have to do some sort of deluxe, bigger box, I think, if they're going to fit him into scale. But Cammy's your next in line, right? She's your next favourite, right? So
yeah, Cammy, and so I think Ken's just got up for pre-order. He has. Dalsim, I think next is it?
Yeah.
How's that? And Bison and those.
Yeah, Bison's the sort of is he German? I assume he's German. And then the other
he's from Shadaloo Island.
He's basically a German dictator. That's what he is. They just won't say it out loud. I'll say it for them. That's what he's based off. Right. So what have I got? Right. The box arrived from Rush, with support from Justin Collects, helped me get some stuff. Right. So let me just jump to this. Do you guys remember? I know Rich does, but I'm just curious if these guys do. Do you guys remember this guy here? Bucky, Captain Bucky O'Hare, one of the best theme tunes of my childhood. There's only like 13 episodes, by the way, but I did really like this show as a kid, and I'm talking like I'm very young, but it's one of my earliest cartoons I remember vividly, and I had all the Hasbro toys back in the day. There was only 10, but I had them all back in the day, and as an adult, I've tried to go back and collect them, and a couple of years ago, it was Boss Fight Studios got the license for Bucky. I better stop it in case I get demonetized here. And they started re-releasing the figures, but they got rid of the license and it just sort of halted. Very frustrating. But Ollie's in the US, which is like a discount store in the US. If you're in the US, you already know that. If you're in the UK, it's like a B&M, I guess, I imagine. Ollie's had them for like $6. $6. And in the UK, they were like, how much were we paying for them, Rich, when they originally came out? Like £50 a pop.
Yeah, they were like really expensive.
Yeah, they were like £50 a pop. So like when I seen them on Ollie's, I was like, please, somebody find them. And Justin Collects found the jackpot. He found all these frogs. So I went crazy. I went, Justin, get me 6 frogs. And the lunatic actually did it. He went and did it. He went and filled up his lily pad and I got 6 of the frogs so I can army build some toads for a display. Now I feel like I have a display. Now I feel like I can fill a cube. So I actually have 6 new toads for Bucky O'Hare. Of course, I didn't need them in the card, of course, but he still sent them me in the packaging, so I appreciate that. So I can keep all the accessories nice and organised. But I got 6 toads. And also Rush threw in the girl. What's her name? Jenny. She's upstairs. I pulled her out of the box. I was playing with her earlier, so she's upstairs annoyingly. So anyway, Justin sent them to Rush so Rush could pack up his treats, and then Rush sent me all of these, Rich. So these are from Toy Stalker, I think, in the US. So shout out Toy Stalker. I know Mad Hat is a big fan of him. And so Rush has been helping me collect. If Rush wasn't helping me get Gargoyles, I would not have a Gargoyles collection. And we finally now have some humans in the line. We've got I always say her name wrong. I want to say Elisa. Is it Elisa?
That's right.
Yeah. Elisa and Xanatos. And these look epic. But did you notice, right? Lisa on her box.
It's amazing how you can say Xanatos, but you can't.
It's because my brain just says Lisa with an E in front of it. So Elisa just seems too easy for my brain to think. No, that can't be that simple. She says includes Brooklyn's wings, right? It says there includes Brooklyn's closed wings. You open her up. Behind that, she looks beautiful, by the way. 3 interchangeable heads. She even comes with a cat. But she does come with Brooklyn's wings. And then Thanatos, if you'll notice, the sticker up top says, includes Brooklyn's closed wings. I was like, what? Both of them include Brooklyn's wings? I was like, that's weird. So I opened them up, and at the back, it's not Brooklyn's wings. It's the other one. What's the female one?
Demona?
Demona. Yeah, it's her wings. But that's not what the packaging says. So is that all the packaging, or have I just got an annoying box? It's not an it is not an issue at all, by the way. I was just curious, is that an error on all of the packaging or just on mine? But
if I lived in America, I wouldn't buy nothing, because all you do is moan about stuff you get from America. It's always wrong or something missing.
No, I was just curious. I'm not moaning. Honestly, these look beautiful. Rush always checks the feet for me, which I appreciate. All of them have their feet and toes accounted for. So both of these look really, really nice. Of course, I have the last one as well, Lexington, which is the last gargoyle of the main crew I needed. So now I have Lexington. He looks great. He doesn't come with anyone's wings, unfortunately. But he has soft good wings, so it works for himself. And then this big beefy boy is Armored Xanatos, which is massive. And it also comes with a unmasked Xanatos head to put on the armor, which is like a robot version of Goliath, as people know. But this looks impressive. Now it makes me want to get a couple of the Steel Clan to sort of go either side. But that's the collection there. I'm at the stage now, Rich, where I've got the main crew. I'm just going to pick and choose moving forward. But I am curious in which direction they're going to go in, because I know there's like loads of different offshoots and variants and stuff. And I'm still surprised that NECA themselves haven't done grey versions of the Gargoyles. You'd think that's like an easy layup for NECA, but they haven't done that yet. I don't think I'd buy them though, to be fair. But anyway, so four Gargoyles. So thank you very much to Rush for helping me out with that. And then the crazy bastards threw in some extra stuff. So this is very on theme. Can we see the helicopter emojis in the chat, please? Rush has actually packed in the back. I assume it was Rush. It is the helicopter, the Thanos-copter, which is, of course, something that we have been wanting in plastic in Marvel Legends for a long time. But until then, I have it here from the Loki series, of course. It is canon. It did appear in the Loki series. So drop those helicopter emojis. Remember, it's a double emoji. It's a very special emoji. But thank you very much, Rush.
You're welcome.
For this. And also, my next birthday party is going to be great. It's going to be great because Justin threw in some plates and napkins. So my next birthday, I'm going to be 36, I think. So my 36th birthday party is going to be popping. All right, it's going to be pow. I tell you that much. You're all invited. You're all invited. But Rush doesn't know this, right? So Rush threw in a few extra little things that he doesn't know this. But the day before, I was actually on Canna Beam's website. Looking at some stuff because he's just done an adapter for the G.I. Joe what's it, the Triple Bubbles. So I was literally just going around Can of Beams going, oh, there's loads of good stuff on Can of Beams. I want some. I made a basket of what I would potentially want. And Rush has no idea I did this, but in this package today, he's actually put in some of the Can of Beam stuff that I was wanting to buy. It's like he read my mind. So I've got a couple of the Wolverine claws. I've got some effect pieces and also a Doctor Strange effect piece as well. And I've always wanted to check out the Can of Beam stuff. So Rush, I'm very appreciative, my friend. These will definitely be added to the display to spice it up a little bit. So I appreciate that little bonus packing. Much appreciated. So thank you to both Rush and to Justin for that combined package. And Rush is also, I think, because of Mike, they've mastered US international shipping. 3 days, Rich. 3 freaking days from Florida to my door. Insane. No customs. No nothing about that. Literally tracked the whole way. Amazing. They have cracked the code. I couldn't trust anyone else more with packages from international now these days. So thank you very much. Other stuff I got. These two. The exclusives. Are you getting the Deadpool one?
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh, you got it. You got it. Nice. Bob has already been on a holiday to Istanbul with Tanner. Go and check out Tanner's Instagram. Super Turk 5000, of course. Took his briefcase and everything. He may have got the wrong one on the way back, though. Deadpool's not happy about it. But go and check out Tanner's Instagram for his adventures. Chuckles, I'm very much looking forward to getting on the shelf. Not opened him yet at all, so maybe I'll do a review. I'm not too sure if I have time. Does this open up? Oh, no, it doesn't open up. I have to fix... I thought it was like a window. Is there a window? It might... No, is it? It might be. Hang on. Let me get my blade here. Haha! Let's see. I'm thinking this is like a little window tab. I might be completely wrong. Oh, it is!
I hope it's not Velcro now.
It is. It does. It opens up and there's that little story in there. So there he is. So there's no actual plastic window, but it does at least open up. And then it tells you the story of him robbing the briefcase. Which is embossed, if anyone cared. It's embossed. I can feel it. I can feel its touch. So yeah, I don't know why I was stroking that for. But let's get into... Oh shit, I've dropped my headphones. Now I can't hear nothing. Hang on. Don't say anything. I wouldn't. They're back in. Alright, all good. Right, let's get into the main event. Here he is. Spoiler alert, this is going to be my first review on the channel. I will edit it as soon as I finish this live stream today. But I have the Marvel's Knights Wave in hand, and Blade had to be my first figure. So if you want to see a quick comparison between the 2017 Blade, it's been 6 years between these figures. That is the difference. Does Blade interest you, Rich? Are you in on this Blade?
Yeah, I've got, I think, Blade, Luke Cage, Clear, Lady Bullseye, and Daredevil orders.
Oh, to be fair, you want the Build-A-Figure too, like me, don't you? So you're in on this wave.
Yeah, but I think the other ones might go down. I think that Iron Man will definitely go down in price. That'll definitely go on clearance. So I'm not going to buy him, yeah.
So I did a full review, I did comparison, I did head swaps. I even took off the jacket. I did a jacket swap with like the old Punisher style jacket. I did so much nonsense that just to cover everything. So if someone in the comments asks me to do something that I didn't do, I'll be very frustrated. I did try and cover all bases here. Of course.
You compare him to Vampire Jubilee?
No, I don't have her. I don't have her. She was the Build-A-Figure, right?
Yeah,
I don't have her. I don't have the Vampire Jubilee, unfortunately. I had Morbius. I did a comparison to Morbius and some other random bits and bobs. But I did lots of head swapping parts and stuff. I took off the harness on this guy, put it on this guy. I give this jacket, the other jacket, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, Blade's incoming is all I'm saying. Blade is incoming. It's definitely a better representation of the character, at least for me. Is it perfect? No, of course not. I have my nitpicks, but watch the video and you'll find out. Here we have... Luke Cage. He will probably be the next one I review. That'll probably be a wise choice. Classic looking Power Man. Where's my phone? Do you want to guess how many years it's been? Like genuinely, how many years it's been in the Marvel Legends line since we got a single packed Luke Cage?
The Defenders wave?
Same question for the chat. Same question for the how many years has it been since we got a single packed Luke Cage? So not the Defenders, because that was a 4-pack. Not the Thunderbolts San Diego Comic-Con, because that was a box set. How many years has it been since we got a single packed Luke Cage in the Marvel Legends line? And I'll give you a clue. It was the last time we got this outfit as well. I want to see if anyone gets it because it's crazy.
Toy Biz era.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. But how many years has it been? Absolutely insane. Like, no wonder Luke Cage is always a desirable figure on the aftermarket because he's never easy to obtain. I did write some notes. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. I'm seeing some chats in the seeing some guesses in the chat. Let me jump back to that. Where is it? There we go. Get rid of Bucky here. Right, has anyone got it right? Damien says 13, Jamie says 9, Cloud Foxfire says 37. Bloody hell. Cedric says 15. Literally the last line, Mojo. Yeah, it was the Mojo Build-A-Figure wave, if you want another clue. Rectangular says 2008. Right, close. Very close, but not quite.
He's got Ty says it's been 84 years.
It's been 84 years. Hi, Dan. Good to see you and Rich again. It was the Toy Biz days. It was, Pink Psylocke. It was. But has anyone guessed it? Actually, we have a winner. It's Jamie Gitchard. Jamie Gitchard. He wins. Congratulations. Bring Toys to Work also since 2006. 17 years. It has been 17 years since we last got a single-packed Luke Cage in the Marvel Legends line. Isn't that insane? People have been born,
insane,
grew up, and started collecting Legends within the time someone last bought this. Crazy. Tell you what else is insane. Doom Customs. Stop it.
Doom Customs donated $50. That blade looks tight. As tight as Player Rich looks with the cans over his shoulders.
There you go. That blade looks tight. As tight as Player Rich does with the cans over his shoulders. There you go. The ladies are there. The heads are chopped off today, but they're there. You can see them. I guess that's why he says cans, I suppose, because that's all we can see. But thank you very much, Doom Customs. Yes, the blade is very nice. Review is incoming later today. But yeah, crazy. Anyway, insane. As you can see, Rich was very surprised with that insane. I just thought it was a fun fact. Fun fact, Rich. I'm full of fun facts, right?
It's just insane.
It's insane,
blow
right?
my mind.
His mind is blown. See? That's all I needed to do.
The knowledge on this show, like...
All I needed was Google and a calculator. It's insane. Right, okay, next up, we have... Daredevil and the Fist, the Hand Ninja, essentially. So this is a perfect complement into your Elektra Daredevil that we've recently got, and then this is just some more Hand Ninjas to add to the crew. But these Hand Ninjas were the ones specific to this story, right?
Yeah.
So they were tweaked.
It's they start off like baddies, but then like they kind of like, I think Elektra takes control of the Fists. And, and you get that soldier as well. So,
the ladies, this is what Rich is all about. The ladies. Here we go.
Ladies.
We have Lady Bullseye, literally called Lady Bullseye. And then Clea. And she looks epic, by the way. Like, she really does. And I'm so good to have so nice to have some more Doctor Strange, like, supporting cast. Do you know, like, because we haven't got a Wong, we haven't got an Ancient One, we haven't really got a Baron Mordo, has we? Let's be honest.
Not a comic book one. No.
Exactly, yeah. Like, we've got who we got? We've got Brother Voodoo, who's a little bit mystic, but not super. It's not who I go to when I think Doctor Strange. Like,
we've got a couple of villains like Dormammu, stuff like that,
yeah. We got the Build-A-Figure, and then we got the single packed version as well. But Clea, another knowledge that Rich already knows, is the former wife of Doctor Strange. She literally used to be Mrs. Strange, so she looks really, really nice. A couple of interchangeable parts as well. And isn't it so good to see plastic windows back, Rich? I told you plastic packaging would come back. You never believe me, and now I'm holding the proof in my hand. See you, everyone? I told Rich plastic packaging was come back. I knew it would. I always had the faith, and less than a year later, it is back.
The line is saved now. They've brought back the plastic packaging. What else do they need to do?
To be fair, though, I did comment in my Blade review that Blade is like, got Build-A-Figure pieces, it's got accessories, it's got a bit of an upgrade. It's like, I'm starting to feel like they're going in a better direction than they have been previously. I'm not saying things are perfect or anything like that. I'm just saying they seem to be moving in a better direction. That's all I'm saying.
But they didn't really have much of a choice, because like for the last year, it's just been not the best. Money c'est quoi, though? Money c'est quoi? Hooray.
There you go. And then the last one that Rich says he doesn't need, but he needs to build a figure piece, is the only Gamerverse figure.
But I do think it looks alright. Like, if you're into the game, I think it does look nice. Like, it's got like all like the details all over it, haven't it? All the like the anks and stuff like that. So I think it is a nice looking Iron Man.
I have never played the game, but I'm a sucker for all things Iron Man. I think this would be a great upgrade to the black and gold suit we already have. Like we got like an MCU sort of repainted version. I can't remember what wave that was in. It was like an old what wave? What build of? That's a question for the chat. What Build-A-Figure wave was the old black and gold Iron Man figure in? It was a while ago. I'm thinking like 2016 type time, I think. But it's the only Gamerverse figure. I've not played the game, but because it's Iron Man, I can absolutely fill it into a display. No problem at all. You can't skip him. He has the Build-A-Figure piece. And there you go. Look, it's been a while since we've seen one of these. How sad am I that I'm happy that we've seen this again. Like, that is Marvel Legends to me, all right? This little lineup here. That is how it is. Good riddance, plastic-free packaging. I hope it never comes back. This is Marvel Legends to me, all right?
I'm surprised they didn't do something new, though. I'm surprised they didn't do, like, a redesign on this or, like, something different, make it look different again. But I guess there was so much blowback. They were just like, oh, bugger it. We'll just go back to what we used.
Yeah, I'm curious if the look, it has sort of evolved a little bit. You know, like some of the summer programs have got like boxes and stuff changed a little bit, but yeah, it is weird that the Legends line hasn't really changed much. I remember them changing where the window wasn't attached to the cardboard; it was like a separate tray. That didn't last long either because people were like literally going in and grabbing the figure. So I think this is just the best bet currently. The Wolfpack says, heading back to works, mates. Have a good to have you back. You go and enjoy yourself. Just get the work day done. Keep yourself distracted. Work hard and make that money for the Wolf Mother. But you have a good time. We'll be here. We'll be back. We'll be here. We'll be here. So there you go. So that is the wave. I've started doing reviews and I'll be trying to get them out before MCU Collector. Damn you, MCU Collector, with the X-Men 97 wave. I knew he'd get one of them before me. So luckily, I've got the one he hasn't got. But I have no doubts that Mr. Snowman or whoever helps him get his Legends has probably already got the Knights wave on the boat or special shipping to him. So and the thing is with me, I like to like spread it out and just do a video a day, just nice and easy. I can go to work, come back, do a video, eat dinner with the missus, not a stress. MCU Collector gets a wave, gets his desk out and just goes review done, review done, review done. I can't keep up with that. Slow down, Brian. Slow down, all right? Let me get these figures out first because I have a feeling he's gonna do X-Men and the Marvel Knights before I even get to the Build-A-Figure because he's too quick. He's
He's seeing this now and he started doing it.
This is what I'm saying.
Bag of the X and I do the Marvel Knights.
That's what I'm saying. He's a sneaky bastard. No, Brian is one of the few people on YouTube I actually do like. I hate everyone else, all right? You heard it here first.
Rude.
Yeah, you're here. I like you.
Oh, thanks. Because I'm here, because I'm in the room.
When you're not here, I don't like you. I don't like Rich anyone, all right? I don't like him. Oh, there you go. He's back. I do. I like you. I do. I like you. You're great. Same as all the people in the chat. I like you too, really. Right, let's get into some actual Marvel Legend news then, because there has been a whole Pulsecon. So let's just recap it, shall we? Let's just go through, because I had some time...
Oh, wasn't this an amazing Pulsecon? Wow, so many reveals and excitement. Wow.
Look, I don't want to just add to your hype, Rich, but the picture here on Toy Arc, to start us off, let me get it up, is front and centre, is your favourite, Krista. Krista's the new...
I know the people who were like, oh, I really love Krista. He's my favourite of all the figures. I'm so glad. Like, fuck you all. Like, you knew he was. Like, fuck off.
There was probably one or two who knew who Krista was. I didn't know who Krista was.
There was one or two. Yeah, that's it. One or two. That is it.
Well, we now know where Krista's going anyway, so we'll talk about that.
In
anyway.
The bin. That's where Krista's going.
Poor Krista. There's Ryan, Dan, and Dwight having a great hug. Great times. There they are, Alfie series. Right. Let's just break these down real quick. Now, of course, we know the answer to one of them. This was a fan vote. So during the panel, they had a poll up, or they just told you to write a number or some app thing. I wasn't watching live, so I don't know. But there was some sort of vote where these were the three options. There was going to be a reveal based on these three clues. First clue is Marvel Legends character previously released, but only as an alternative head. Now, Rich, that has to be Lilandra, right? No other...
No. It could be Wolfsbane.
Okay, that's true.
Could be Shadow King.
Okay, Wolfbane did come with some hands, though.
Oh, okay.
And it says only as an interchangeable alternative head.
Okay, then. Maybe it is.
Karma only came with a head, though.
No, she had hands as well, didn't she?
I don't know. I don't know. Either way, we know it's not them. It's fucking Lilandra, everyone, all right? Spoiler alert. Dwight basically said he wanted the X-Men to be revealed, and he was surprised that didn't get picked. But I think people moved away from that because it was so obvious it was Lilandra. People were like, "Oh, we don't need to see her because we know she's coming." Right?
I think these clues were badly worded because I think people seeing like an all new figure, like that first time Marvel Legends character, that sounds much more exciting than these other like by the time you've read through these, you've already forgotten them. So that's why I reckon that one because everyone was like, "Oh, a brand new Marvel Legends character, let's see that."
Yeah.
And then they probably all regretted it once they saw what got revealed. But there we are.
Yeah. So again, I don't know for sure. Of course I don't. But it's probably Lilandra, the first one. The second one, Marvel Legends character previously released as a convention exclusive. Now, there are a few options here. I'm not going to go through them all, but let's just quickly have a look at what we've got here. So the RAF set, we have had all of these released singly, apart from Dread Knight, who I think a few people have said to me that they could...
Didn't I kill Grave?
Of course, yeah, Purple Man. But I was pausing on Dread Knight because I was saying he's perfect sort of for not an X-Men, an Iron Man retro card line. Because he was on that back in the day. So Dread Knight could be a figure we see again. But like you said, Kilgrave, Purple Man, we haven't had him either. That was the only way to get him in this Raft set. Taking it back to the Thunderbolt sets, where one opportunity to get we haven't had... Santana, right? We haven't had her single pack.
Satana, yeah. Satana would be amazing. I would take that. So look at boobs.
Boobs, yeah.
Satana.
Yeah, they'll probably unfortunately change her outfit now. But we haven't had Ghost single packed either. But we have had Crossbones, Luke Cage, and Moonstone since then. So those two are options for that. And again, two options that I think people would be happy with. I thank you. Shout out to Dante from the Infinity Equation podcast. He helped me get Ghost. It was one of my annoyingly wanted Marvel Legends that I just couldn't track down in the UK, and he found one at a convention in America and sent it my way. So thank you, Dante, for adding Ghost to my collection. Next up, we have the sort of Thanos sort of themed box set, and we haven't had Blastar, right? We've had Medusa. We've had a couple of versions of Black Knight now. We've had Gladiator. We've had Star-Lord, but in a Guardians box set.
Yeah.
So he could technically still be in this bracket, I guess. But
I'm guessing we've had Star-Lord in other lines, haven't we? I'm guessing it's an all new a figure that has only been released as an exclusive. I'm thinking, a character, not a figure. Sorry, a character.
Yeah.
Because if it's looks that have only been exclusive, it opens it up to even more choices.
Blastar's definitely potential for being one of what it could have been, for sure. We haven't had him.
I don't think they'd redo Blastar, but it would be good, especially to get him in his classic look. That would be amazing. He
was also on the Fantastic Four retro card, I think, back in the day too, right? So,
and the Toy Biz day.
Yeah. So just throwing it out there. Who else? This one as well. We haven't had Boar, right? Which is Thor's dad. We've had we've had Malekith single pack. We've had Jane. We've had Unworthy 4, and we've had Ulick. So yeah, Boar would be the only one in this set. And this is again, these were just a couple of examples, but I was just bringing them up to sort of suggest that there's multiple options for what number 2 could be. It's not as easy. We could narrow it down, but it's not as obvious as the Lilandra one. And then the first time in the line, again, that could have been hundreds of Marvel characters, and we will discuss...
So many choices. Who could they choose?
Yeah.
What could they choose to make everyone think, wow, this is a great figure?
We'll reveal it soon, all right? It's going to be an anticlimax. Right, let's keep going through. So, Giant-Man. Now, we spoke in our predictions panel that to build the hype for Giant-Man, if they weren't going to show us any more tiers, the only way to sort of boost it up would be to reveal accompanying characters. Give us a figure that would complement the Haslab. Obviously, we did a whole stream with tons of characters that could have complemented Giant-Man, but we think Wasp is like number 1. So I did expect to see like a 60th anniversary single packed Wasp, because she would have been perfectly fit in with this and also the rest of the Marvel Avengers characters we've been getting. But that wasn't to be, Rich. That wasn't to be. They felt like showing us white antlers were enough. How many people do you reckon backed as soon as they seen the white?
3?
Probably, yeah, probably. I would have guessed about 3. Look, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. Options are never a bad thing, and a few people did say they would have preferred the white antennas. Now you have the options. It comes as a base offer, and it's not unlock. You get the white or black. Again, such a small detail, but at least it's more, isn't it? We can't complain at more, so it's more. Same with the heads. Now they've said the heads. We get the face plates. We get the antennas, but now we get eyes. We get interchangeable eyes. Now, I don't even know they know how this is going to work yet, because we haven't seen how the face comes away from the mask, and now they're saying we've got interchangeable eyes. Like, it's going to be a weird... we need to see what it is eventually, but we've got looking down eyes, looking forward eyes, and looking to the left eyes. Can you just show us, Rich? Looking down. Thank you. Looking to the left. Thank you. And now straight to camera. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So with all of those different looks, you now create...
It's like, oh, no,
oh, yeah, you need to do all the different facial expressions as well. There's 18 different facial expressions as a base offering. So that's all they revealed in regards to Giant-Man. I still think they should have revealed a Wasp at Pulsecon. That would have impacted the Haslab in a more positive way than just these. Now, these, again, this is all nice and well, but I still want that Wasp. Do you reckon they'll reveal it before the end of the campaign?
They should, but then it's like how, because the thing is like when that Fantastic Four wave shipped, it shipped when Galactus shipped, didn't it? I think
close to it.
So it's like it's a long way off. Yeah, it's probably like the late, like they've only shown the first wave of next year so far. So it's like if Wasp is going to be out, it's probably going to be like next, like October, November time. So we're probably a long way from that wave. But they could show a render, because I mean they showed Gamora last year. Even if it's just like, it is coming. There we go. I know a lot of people have been saying they want to see a 6-inch Giant-Man, and they think that would, like, people would back it if they knew a 6-inch Giant-Man was coming. Mm-hmm. I don't think that would help at all, because I think a lot of people would be like, well, there's Giant-Man in that costume, and he's 6 inches, and he's only $25. I'll get that one instead and cancel their order.
Actually, reverse.
If I was them, I would not be revealing that.
Yeah, I don't.
What do I know?
No, I don't disagree with that at all. As I said, I still think Wasp is the big one. Like, I genuinely think all they need to do is reveal a digital render of Wasp. Just give people the confidence that she is coming, and we know what she looks like, and she's going to be a nice accompanying piece to complement the Haslab. That's all we need to know. We just need to know that she's coming, and they could put her up for pre-order down the line. It doesn't matter. This is way over a year. If it backs, this is way over a year away anyway. So it's just to give us that confidence she's coming. So I do think before the end of the campaign, if they're not showing off any more tiers and the campaign is moving slowly, what else can they do apart from reveal what potential characters could be coming? And Ryan did say on Legends of the Liquor that they're obvious choices, so it's clearly something they spoke about. But that's all they've got for Giant-Man, for Haslab anyway. Then we've got the Pulsecon exclusive, the Detroit Steel. Someone commented on my channel, where's the Detroit Steel review? And
Where's the Detroit Steel review, Dan? Where?
And I did comment back very honestly, like, I don't want to pay £50 for a figure I don't want. My YouTube reviews honestly make like £4 if I'm lucky. If I'm lucky, right? You can. My YouTube is very transparent. You can go and look. My reviews do about 1,000 to like 3,000 views on average. All right. They don't make money, people. Like, you're not. That doesn't pay for the legend itself. So I am basically reviewing my collection. I'm only reviewing the things I want to buy anyway. I'm not reviewing things for the sake of it. I ain't made of money. So yeah, like I don't want this. So I'm not buying it to review and make £3. Like,
has anyone reviewed it yet?
No, and I did see MCU Collector post a picture that his is shipped, so he's getting it.
Oh,
so check out MCU Collector's review when it comes. He'll have it up within 10 minutes of it arriving at his door. I guarantee it. But if it comes on sale, maybe down the line. But right now, I'd rather put my money into like the Marvel Knights wave, for example. Do you know? So that's where my money went. So there you go. So full transparency. Not getting that anytime soon. But there you go. A few people liked it. Right, Power Princess, Justice. So two figures that Rich does like. Vision. And then the one that Rich doesn't like. Excuse me, Krista.
Oh,
Yeah, my
look at
burp
him.
says that as much as you. I don't hate him as much as Rich, for the record, but I'm not. It's not a character I have any attachment to either. But I do like learning about characters through the medium of action figures. Right?
He looks like one of those knockoffs you'd find in that shop in Greece that you posted.
Look, I did find some weird knockoffs in Greece. I'm not going to lie, but he does look a little bit better than that. Come on now. He's not terrible, right? So we now know where these 4 figures are going. All right, they are part of the next Avengers Build-A-Figure wave, and it is going to be here before the end of the year. They're saying it's technically the first wave of 2024, but we know how that works. It always starts arriving in December, and then I get annoyed when people put it in their end of the year list, top 10 lists, and I'm like, wait, it was the first wave of 2024, and then people argue all over the place. But it is technically the first wave of 2024. Let's go through. So next up, they revealed Savage Namor. Rich, I'm curious. Do you like it?
Yeah, I do like this one quite a bit. So this is like from his 90s solo series. It was John Byrne wrote it and drew it, and then Jay Lee took over. So this is kind of like that Jay Lee design, and I do like this a lot more than a lot of people do. I know it's a lot of reuse with just some like overlays, and he's got black pants and he's got his long hair. But yeah, I don't mind this one. I will be getting this one.
Yeah, like I don't think I've read anything with Savage Namor in. What year? Like what sort of year era was decade? Was
1994, I'd say.
Yeah, so yeah, I've definitely, it's not familiar to me. So I know who Namor is, but I didn't recognise this look instantly. But I've seen a few people. I've seen Figure Cave Collectors Adam in the chat really liked this one. He said it was a comic that he was familiar with. And again, play along as we go through here with these new reveals, hit and missing. Damien says hit for Vision. Adam, as I said, lots of hits for this one. Tac says Chris Star is an Avenger according to the Legends team, Rich. Did you know that?
He's not an Avenger.
I don't think he's ever been an Avenger. He might be in an Avengers wave, but he's not technically Avenger.
Yeah, but Namorita's never been an Avenger either. It's a very loose Avengers wave, this one.
Yeah. Right, so there he is, Savage Namor. Head sculpt does look great, but it is reuse everywhere else. You've got the pins on the arms, pins on the legs. He's got some new fancy armor, but we have seen that trident before. We've even seen his trunks before. You can see that belt that goes around the trunks is just a separate piece. So it's literally the old Namor with painted black legs, some new armor pieces, and a new head. Okay, so it is what it is, but it is a different version of Namor from the comics.
I wish I had hair like that.
Just get a wig.
Yeah. Add it to my wig collection.
Why not? Girls wear wigs all the time and no one says shit. Why can't blokes do that? Next week I might be blonde. Who knows? Right, next up. Namorita, right? Because I kept saying Namora, but that's not who she is. It's Namorita, right?
Yeah, she's the clone of Namora. So this is Namorita in her like Civil War New Warriors Volume 3 look. So like I like this look because this is I think first appeared, it's Scott Young redesign, you know, the one who does like all the Marvel Babies covers.
Okay, yeah.
And those kind of things. So he did Volume 3 of the New Warriors, give them all new looks. So Namorita has had the blue look in the comics before. She was like this thing and she became like Kamara for a bit. But it's like obviously the Atlanteans are like, some are like flesh colored, some are blue colored. So this is her going back to like her blue roots. And then this is like the redesigned costume from that Volume 3 by Zeb Wells and Scott Young. But obviously it's most well known from being her look in Civil War. This is like the New Warriors instigate Civil War by like blowing up the Stamford incident. And like Namorita is there fighting in this costume. So again, it's not her classic one. I think her classic one would have fit much better, especially with that Namor, because like she's heavily involved in that comic book in her classic like green swimsuit. But I'm not hating this. It's weird now that we've got everyone, all the other New Warriors in their classic looks. Then you've got Justice in his like more modern look, and then you've got Namorita in this look, which is like a couple of volumes back again. So it's kind of like we got New Warriors from all the different volumes now. We need like unity. We need like one classic 90s team done.
Is that the look you were referring to?
Yeah, that one. So like, I mean, my thing was, I thought with this, would it be this look, or would this one where she cuts all her hair off, so she's got like short hair look as well?
So she sort of looks like Tinkerbell.
Yeah, so I thought they'd probably do that one first and then go back and do the ponytail hair. But it's like you've got the classic Red Nova is come in as Marvel Unlimited this year. So he kind of like fills out the team. So it's weird not getting her in that blue look, because to me, Namorta's not like a massively well-known character as well. So I just think if you were going to do her like a first action figure, you do the classic blue,
The most recognizable look, yeah.
the classic green look,
Yeah.
If it was me, but what do I know?
But the chat seems to agree with you. People are saying miss on this one. She is on the new pinless female body, so I assume it's just a Shriek body, maybe.
But for me personally, this isn't a miss. I love this run. I love all the new Warriors, so I will be getting this. I'd get any Namorita if they do her like white fish hook look from Volume 2, her classic look, her Kimara look with the seashell boobs. Like, I would get them all. But yeah, I'll get this one. It's not the like I just think for the wider, to get the most people to buy it, I think this would probably be sitting on the shelves for a while. But I like this figure, so I will be getting it.
Yeah, again, the people in the chat are basically not hating on the character. It's just not their preference for the costume. But Dan Yoon did sort of say that straight away when this was revealed. He was like, he knows this isn't the classic look. He said, "Stay tuned." So
like Rachel Summers. Like
yeah,
Wolves.
I know.
What else are we adding to that list? But he did do Power Princess. So well done, Dan.
I know. That's what I mean. He says that, but it could still be 6 years off. I know it's very frustrating, but at least he acknowledges it. Rush told me to bring up this holographic cover for Namor, which is basically the Savage look that we've just got in figure form. So that's what the figure is meant to be representing, this type of era for Namor. So yeah, I can see the wild hair. Dune Customs in the chat, Rich, says if you get that wig, you just need some black eyeshadow and you're good to go.
Yeah, I'll be ready to go.
You've already got those trunks anyway, right?
Yeah, in the cupboard. Get it. I'll have them on the weekend now.
There you go. So anyway, right, next up. Black Panther. So I've seen a lot of people liking this one because it's very reminiscent to the Toy Biz Black Panther, which is like the best Black Panther we had for a long, long time. Because it got the gold accents. So is this something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, because it's very like Marvel Knights, Christopher Priest kind of look to it. So I like this version. I'll be getting this as well. I think it's a really good figure. Yeah. Probably, I think this and Vision are probably, I think, going to be the most popular ones in this wave. But I like this costume. Great figure.
Yeah, it's on the Vulcan body, so it's completely pinless. You can see the butterfly joints. Just seemed like it's a new cape with the sort of elongated. He's also got a nice, like a sort of I don't know what. It's not a frowny expression, but like you can see an expression behind the mask with the gold eyes as well. And yeah, it just looks like a solid Black Panther. We've already got one Black Panther recently. Where is he? There he is. So now you're going to have a different option. We haven't seen the accessories that come with these, so I'm holding out hope for an interchangeable head, but I don't know if there's going to be one. I don't know. But
they've shown packaging.
Have they?
Images and there's not,
yeah. Okay.
Nothing in there.
Sad time. Oh, you're right. We have seen the packaging pictures.
And Lost and Wallace is right. There was no clawed feet on the one in the comic book. I think on this one they have got the clawed feet. They should have just put the normal boots.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's got like the toe sort of things going on. Okay, that's fair. So not 100% accurate, but still a decent representation of it. It's still clearly Black Panther, I think, even to the casual. So there's Black Panther, looking good, as I said, completely pinless. And then here we have the Builder-Figure, which I didn't expect to see, but it is the Void in his actual cosmic crab form. Now, the way they've broke this down is that the pieces on the back, the crab arms, are like non-articulated. They don't move at all. They just plug into the back, but the rest of the figure is a standard sort of articulated Marvel Legend figure. You can see he's got the pins on the elbows and pins on his knees, and it's done in like this translucently dark reddish orange. I don't know, the face sculpt is like, it just basically looks like a crab with a face. Very evil and creepy looking. This is the type of thing that Amanda would scream at if she's seen me have it in the shelf. So he's going to have to be hidden way on the back. But does the Void interest you, Rich? Now, we know that you're picking and choosing this wave, but it seems like so far you want most of the figures in this wave. Does the Void sweeten the deal for you, or you're not bothered about this one?
No interest in the Void at all. I mean, I think it's a really good Bath figure. I mean, I think this year's Baths, especially the comic Baths, have been pretty lackluster. This looks like Bath worthy. It's not a figure I would pick, and it's not a choice that I would even like if we did done like a top 10 baths for
If we did
2024.
a top 50 baths,
wouldn't have been on my list.
He wouldn't have been on it. Yeah, agreed.
But I think it's a really good choice, and Sentry's been around now for a long time. He's coming back. I think there's a new Sentry miniseries coming later on in November of this year. But the Void obviously ties into Sentry. We had that Sentry figure last year, which is pretty good.
Yep.
So he's fought the Avengers, he's fought the Dark Avengers, like he's been everywhere. So the Void, and like he's a massively overpowered villain as well. So yeah, it's a great looking thing, a great looking bath as well, I think. So yeah, if you like this, it looks good. But yeah, not one that I need for my shelf.
Very, very creepy looking. So yeah, Rich will be selling these Build-A-Figure pieces when they arrive.
I think I've sent them to Tana.
Oh, Tana want them. Okay.
I think Tana want them, but didn't want all the things. So I was like, you can sell them.
Custom says...
but I haven't posted Craig's yet either. So I will, maybe in 2025 I'll post all this stuff.
Just bring them on Sunday.
Oh yeah, I can bring Craig's. Yeah. What did Craig want? Craig, what did you want? Type it in the chat and I will bring it.
Yeah. You'll see Craig for Sunday. He'll be the one we're avoiding. We're like, there's Craig, hide. There he is. No, not really. We love you, Craig. I was just saying that Doom Custom says, can't wait to tell everybody I've got crabs. Yeah, imagine I'm going to go, Amanda, I've got crabs, and then she'd be panicking, and I'll bring her in the room and show her this. That's one surefire way to get a slap in the face. I guarantee you that. Maybe I'll film it for content, content's sake.
Julie, if you said you got crabs, she'd slap you straight away. I would.
Yeah, no, she probably would. She'd probably kick me out. Set Teddy on me. Teddy would even attack me. I wouldn't even be mad. Terrible. But there he is. Very, very crab-like. Yeah, it's just creepy looking, but it's not. It's an Avengers villain. It's an Avengers themed wave, like loosely Avengers, but as you said, but still, we would have done like as I said, could have done the top 100 Build-A-Figures. He wouldn't have been in there, but there he is. So yeah, very, very creepy looking, very disgusting looking. And that's your wave. That is your full wave. The first wave of 2024 is the Void Build-A-Figure wave, and we should see it before the end of the year. So before the end of the year, we'll be completing our Squadron Supreme. Which is very nice. So I need to backtrack and get the ones that I'm missing. So I borrowed Rich's last time I did a review. So there you go. Chikamu Kiara in the chat says, welcome back, Dan. Thank you very much. She says, what have I missed? We were talking about crabs. Do you have crabs, Kiara? This is definitely a character she wouldn't like. She's not the big fan of the horror stuff. When Jay shows her the horror stuff, she's not a fan. So I don't think Kiara wants crabs in her house. Jay, do not be bringing crabs back to Kiara's house. Again, one sure way to get slapped in the face. Right, let's keep going through this. Right, so they revealed that. There's your way. Of course, we've seen box pictures. What am I talking about? Clearly, I forgot. That was on holiday mode. So yeah, nothing. Black Panther doesn't even come with a Build-A-Figure piece. So you don't even need to worry about the Void if you want him. But you will need to buy Crystar. So good job, Rich didn't want the Build-A-Figure because he would have had to have got Crystar. I might still get him one for Christmas anyway, just for the comedic value. Right, there we go. Let's keep going. What's next? Okay, Spider-Man No Way Home. Let's just get into it. We knew this was coming. We knew this would be the big event, the main event of Pulsecon, and they didn't disappoint. That's exactly what we got. They revealed the whole wave and a couple of deluxe figures that went up for pre-order today. So let's get into all of this. Let's break all this down, the good and the bads. Starting off with MJ. Now, we have already got a version of Zendaya in a 2-pack, which was very readily available. I even think it went on sale in the UK. But that was on one of those times where the movie wasn't out. So I think the movie's been out since then, and there's regenerated people's need to fill out their shelf with these Spider-Man characters. So I think people do want the opportunity to get Zendaya again. And that last Zendaya we got, I think was based off concept art, because those two head sculpts on the last Zendaya were like, they were Zendaya's head sculpts. They weren't MJ from Spider-Man. They were Zendaya head sculpts. So she was very pretty. She looked great. Where in the movies, they intentionally sort of tone her down, make her a little bit more relatable and casual. And I think this figure here is a better. I don't say that to be mean, but you know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
But you say that like it's like Tara from up the road. You still said Zendaya, like.
No,
like,
I get granted, of course. No, she's still hot.
She's gone from a 10 to a 9.8.
Look,
like.
I'm just saying, Zendaya's a glamorous girl, but in the Spider-Man movies, they intentionally tone her down a little bit. That's all I'm saying. So the figure is a little bit closer to that now. She's wearing the big baggy jumper and stuff, and I think it's an accurate jumper that she was wearing from the movie as well. So, and she also comes with the box that Doctor Strange has, that me and Rich once thought was the Quinjet blades. But
Oh, the
wasn't
Quinjet! She's got the Quinjet fan.
she's carrying the Quinjet fan. She's just ripped it out of the Quinjet and she's carrying it. If you don't know what we're talking about, good, because we're not telling you. Right, so there's Mary Jane. There she is. So I think people are genuinely happy at the opportunity to get MJ again, because the other one is harder to get online. Rich, what do you think of MJ? Is this a character you already have? And if so, do you still want this one? She is completely pinless.
Yeah, I've got the other MJ, but I do want this one. I think the head sculpt is really nice. I just think the jumper is quite frumpy looking. Like, I don't think it's the most flattering of jumpers. Like, you know, if there was selfie series of it, I'd put my head on that and we'd have like the same width. But it's very baggy in it. It's not like, I don't think it's very flattering for Zendaya.
I agree.
But it is screen accurate, because she did wear a baggy jumper.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. In the movie, they just sort of toned her down a little bit and they just threw a jumper on her. So anyway, she looks good. She looks good. So there's Zendaya holding the Quinjet blades. She does come with some interchangeable hands. Next up, we get Matt Murdock. Now, Matt Murdock comes in a brand new pinless regular suit. Now, I know we're all very sad people for being excited about that, but being a Marvel Legends collector for as long as we have, having to deal with that terrible suit with the terrible feet and they're just constantly falling over. All of my suited bodies in my collection are like leaning. They're all drunk. They're all like leaning back on someone. They're leaning forward on someone. They're like glue tacked to the floor. The Marvel Legends suited body is just not good for the display. So it was a design that needed redoing, and Matt Murdock has came to the rescue. It is a brand new, completely pinless, regular suited body, which hopefully will now get added to the Marvel Legends library and we never see that old one again. Now, granted, he is still glued to a stand and the foot's a little bit wonky. So until we get it in hand, we don't really know if the feet are going to make much of a difference, but at least aesthetically it looks better, and it's nice to have an option for Matt Murdock, as we haven't had the glasses. We did get an unmasked Matt Murdock head in the sort of the railway set, but we never got him with the glasses and the cane, so this is a very nice representation of Matt Murdock. And we even get the brick that says Mysterio was right. Now, Rich, was Mysterio right?
He wasn't wrong, Dan. He wasn't wrong.
True.
But yeah, I like this one. This is like a really good looking figure. I like that he comes with that accessory and he comes with his cane as well. It's a really, I think, accurate, because it's just a guy in a suit, but it's like it looks screen accurate. So I pre-ordered this one as well. I think it's really good.
Yeah, again, look, for me, it's all about world building, and like I know people, some people prefer super articulated action figures, but like you said, it's just a guy in a suit. Like, I know it's Daredevil, but during the scenes where he's wearing a suit, he's not really jumping around and doing much. So it's all about, does he look like the character? And I think they've done a good job. So there he is, and he'll be a nice addition to the collection. Now he's officially in the MCU. I had all my Netflix characters like just standing off to the side because I wasn't sure if they were welcome in the MCU shelf. So they were there, but are they part of the MCU? I don't know. But Matt Murdock is officially in the MCU. Happy days. Next up, we get our first villain. It is, of course, I don't know why I said that. Sandman. Now, granted, not the most exciting looking action figures, but have you seen the movie? He was walking around looking exactly like this. He was a CGI sand guy. And now we've got it in figure form. So it's not Hasbro's fault that that's what the character design was. That's what he looked like. And it is a completely pinless version of that. It's got some nice texturing on there. There's a nice wash on it. And they even gave us a couple of interchangeable hands. So he has his sort of big arm gimmick for when he's fighting Spider-Man. And I also think the likeness, even though it's just like a vague sort of sand version, I still think it definitely resembles, what's the actor's name? Sandman?
Thomas Hayden. Something.
Yeah. I just think the head sculpt definitely gives me the vibe. I think they've done a decent job. Again, character design isn't the most amazing thing, but it's accurate to the show or the film. So yeah, Sandman, first villain of the crew. What do you think, Rich?
Yeah, I mean, it is like accurate to the screen. I mean, I thought this might have been like the bath before like the leak started, like a big, big Sandman, like bath thing.
We've had a live action Sandman bath before, and it was terrible. Yeah,
exactly. So it could have been like, make up for that. But as it is, I mean, it looks all right. But for me personally, like, I mean, my youngest nephew is really young, and he's still got a sand pit. So I'll just put Zendaya and Matt Murdock in the sand pit with some sand on it, and then it's Sandman in it.
Yeah, of course it is.
Save myself $25 for there.
This pose where he's got the big hand reminds me of that guy in The Simpsons who's got the big hand that works at the power plant with Homer. And they're writing notes in their hand, and he's like, my first chapter. Anyway, if you're a Simpsons guy, you know what I'm talking about. So there you go, Sandman looking good. That picture's really cool. But there he is. Right, next up. Now this is where it sort of gets. Now, there's good and there's some bad, all right? There's a little bit of controversy here with this one, but let's just focus on what is here before we start breaking it down. So, just talking about what is here, it is the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It is the same figure we got in the free pack, which is a nice figure, completely pinless. It's got the raised webs with the silver. Go and check out my review, and there's many online. Sorry, I've just been drinking loads of Copperberg, so I keep burping. But we finally get the head sculpts. That is what people wanted. We wanted the interchangeable unmasked heads, and they gave us it. So we have Tobey Maguire here. There he is, looking good. We'll come back to them in a second. We've also got Andrew Garfield. Again, a great looking likeness to Andrew Garfield with his big head of hair. Very, very good looking. Again, same figure we got in the free pack. And then what caught us all off guard is that the Tom Holland figure isn't just the redo of the integrated suit. It is the final swing suit that is literally in the MCU for seconds. Seconds it is in the MCU. But we have already got a Marvel Legend figure of it. And that caught us off guard with a very nice Peter Parker head sculpt. I think it's one that we've came in the 2-pack with Ned, which is some of the best. So I think that one surprised us. So that's very nice.
It does have more screen time than Rintra, so there is precedent. There is precedent for these things.
Very, very, very. Look, I'm not mad about it. I love that design. I look forward to seeing it in the MCU moving forward as well. It's the most classic Spider-Man inspired costume we have gotten in live action yet, I think. Because Raimi redesigned it, made it a little bit more live action-esque, where this is very streamlined, very slick, nice bright colours. That blue is a little bit metallic. We don't really know if it is in figure form until we get it in hand. It does seem to glimmer, shine a little bit here. So let's talk about the Spider-Man as a whole here, Rich, right? So I think the positive of this situation is they've got the interchangeable heads. That's what people wanted the most. If they were going to give us these Spider-Man characters again, they were going to give us the interchangeable heads, and we have. That's a positive. We also were on the fence where, would we get them in civilian forms to make them different to what we got in the free pack? That would make that free pack a lot more justifiable and a lot more value in that free pack. Or did they do what we expected them to do? Now, we both predicted this is how Hasbro would play it. We hoped that they'd go a different route with the casual looks or civilian looks, but I think we both knew deep down this is exactly how Hasbro would play it. They would give us the exact same bodies that we got in the free pack, but now with the interchangeable heads. So there's two sort of sides to this. You got half the community mad that they brought the free pack and they didn't get their heads, and now they've got to spend money again to get the heads they want. And there's
those people subscribe to Rectangular. That's what you should have done.
Yeah.
They would have known these are coming, and you would have saved yourself $100.
Lots of people did listen to Rectangular, had faith in Rectangular's list, and didn't buy that free pack with the hope that these would come in. And he did say with the interchangeable heads for a whole year, so he was bang on the money. So fair play. Whoever his source is, I bet is he typed it for 2024? I bet Hasbro are trying to figure that out right now. But that, and the other side of the fence is people that didn't buy the free pack and are just happy that now they can just buy the figures with both heads and they saved themselves some money. So there's definitely people in this chat right now that are on either side. Some people brought the free pack and are mad that they have to buy these again, and some people missed the free pack and are happy that they just can buy these. But there's another sort of plot twist, is that we were all going, oh, what's the Build-A-Figure? I wonder what the Build-A-Figure is. What could the Build-A-Figure be? There is no Build-A-Figure. They're all on retro cards. Well, I say retro cards. They're not retro cards. They're card backs. They're card backs, readers with this new Spider-Man redesign. So, no Build-A-Figure, which, again, stirs controversy because you get people going, well, did we miss out on a Build-A-Figure for new packaging? Or is the money spent elsewhere on likeness rights and whatever, so they had to skip the Build-A-Figure? Bottom line is, we will never know. Anything we say is purely speculation. All we can talk about is what is in front of us. So, Rich, how do you think Hasbro handled this with the Spider-Man figures? Are you just happy that collectors have options now and they can pick and choose and get whatever Spider-Man they want? Or are you down with Hasbro? How dare they do this? How dare they?
I mean, I think this is a better way of doing it than that was it Pulse exclusive 3-pack? like, I mean, I think it's not the first time they've done it. So they like it was with Mojo last year, where that exclusive like 3-pack, and then Mojo ended
Single
up coming
patch,
up as
yeah.
a single release, and then Longshot also came up as a single release. So it seems to be it's much shorter, the gaps between these things. I do think one of them said like, oh, when we made that 3-pack, we didn't have the all the heads locked down, and then things changed, and then we finally could get them.
Yeah.
But you know, we all saw those leak lists last year that had the heads in them. So you know, it takes at least 18 months to get these things done. So maybe.
Yeah, like
It was like when they did the Eternals line, and they were like, "Oh yeah, this has been delayed, and we've been working on these for the extra 8 months." Me and you had the figures in a
warehouse.
Yeah. They were just like, it's like, just be honest, just be upfront and say, yeah, these have got new heads. We have been working on them, and here they are for people who missed out on the 3-pack. That's all you had to say was that.
Yeah,
there we go.
Look, Hasbro maximising the profits. That's what they do. It's shit. It's not great, but what can we fucking do? We have to just swallow it. And that's probably shouldn't say that. That's the wrong phrasing.
Stop swallowing, Dan. That's what you're doing wrong. Spit it out, Dan.
I heard it get called Hasbro shit enough, and now I'm admitting I swallow it online. It's ridiculous. Right, I'll shut up. I'm going to clip that out of this stream in case someone chops it. Right, right. So, I'm conflicted. Like, I agree. It's a bit shitty. It is shitty. I'm not defending it by any means. But for me, this is just me as a collector. Like, this hobby is meant to be fun for me. So I don't instantly go, what can I moan about? Or criticise, which again, fair game if that's what you want to do.
That's part of the fun.
No, of course. But I'm just saying, for me, I try and find something I like about something before I moan about something. That's just me, because this is meant to be my fun hobby, right? I moan about work and every other aspect of my life. This is the aspect of my life that I try and find the joy in. So I look at it first and think, okay, well, I've already got the 3-pack. Is it annoying that I have to buy these figures again? Yeah, of course it is. But do I want the interchangeable heads? Yes. So I'm going to have to get these again to get what I want. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, what's the positive of that situation? Well, now I have 2 figures where I can display both heads, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? I can have the 3 Spider-Man with their masks off, all giving each other like a bro hug at the front of the shelf, and then have the other Spider-Man spattered around the display. Like, for me, I think that's good. I'm not mad. I'm genuinely again, only speaking for myself, I'm genuinely not mad about it. Like, it's like, for me, now I've got options. I can display both the unmasked heads and the masked heads, because it's hard to pick anyway when you've got these iconic characters that are embedded in the history of our movie-going comic book superhero experiences. So, like, I'll be very happy to have all 3 of these unmasked heads on display, but then I'll be also happy to have an extra so I can display the 3 Spider-Men as well. So, yeah, so I genuinely find the positive in it. I would have genuinely preferred a Build-A-Figure though, rather than the plastic card back things. And I know people are shocked with me saying that because I'm such a sucker for the card backs, but I'm a sucker for nostalgia, right? Those card backs are basically redesigned Toy Biz figures that I collected as a kid. There's nostalgia there. These are just card backs. Now, granted, they're better than the plastic-free packaging, but good riddance, plastic-free packaging, you're gone. Plastic's back, so I would have preferred to see this wave with a Build-A-Figure, just speaking for myself, rather than these card backs. But I understand that these card backs are prettier. They have a better appeal. Maybe they look better on shelf. Go on.
But would you swap a Build-A-Figure for no civilian heads? Because I think that was the trade-off.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Behind the scenes, there's definitely a trade-off that we're unaware of. So we can all bitch and moan as much as we want, but bottom line is we're never really going to know why.
Tobey Maguire is like a massive gambler, isn't he? And he's probably like blown all his money on like casinos like all over the world. So he was like, hey, Hasbro, if you want to make a head of me, I'm going to charge you $100 million. And then they were like...
And Hasbro went, not a problem. We're just going to set up a new Star Wars Haslab. The ghost is now alive. Let's go. Yeah, Hasbro, easy. But no, there's, like you said, I agree. There's definitely a trade-off behind the scenes why we didn't get a Build-A-Figure.
And there's something with the rights with Andrew, because he's on Amazing Spider-Man 2 card, not on No Way Home. So they kind of had the rights to do like a No Way Home look, but they kind of like worked it out. Hasbro's lawyers, you know, and they got it worked out to like this.
Technically, there was a Walgreens exclusive Spider-Man 2 that had Andrew Garfield head, it had a backpack, it had a skateboard, and it went for a pretty penny on the aftermarket for a long time. And we also had the Ultimate Green Goblin Build-A-Figure wave that had Electro, Spider-Man, like back in 2014, I think that was. So Hasbro have definitely made product for this movie. So like you said, maybe there is a loophole where that contract is like still, they can still pick it up and be like, wow, we're allowed to make figures from this movie, and technically this is sort of from that movie. So maybe they've definitely found a loophole. Otherwise they would have the same, there's no other reason for it to have different packaging on than the other two, unless legally something behind the scenes made them having to do it. So however they did it, they made it work, and we got the Andrew Garfield head sculpt. That is the main thing. That's what's important here. So it's the same with the deluxes we're about to talk about here. But and
to be fair, it's better than what Figure Arts did as well, isn't it? Sorry to keep cutting you off. It's better than like what Figure Arts did, because they couldn't get the license to the Andrew head, did they? They pulled it at the last minute.
Agreed. And Hot Toys, which Jay knows a lot about these days, he could probably tell us. Hot Toys did the same, where they branded their Andrew Garfield from No Way Home as the Amazing Spider-Man 2 as well, to get around all of the... So there's clearly... Maybe Andrew Garfield didn't sign his likeness over for the No Way Home movie. Maybe that's what it was, but he did sign his likeness away for the Sony thing. I don't know. I don't know. None of us will ever fucking know unless someone becomes a lawyer and goes and infiltrates Hasbro. Or if anyone wants to accept that mission, good luck to you.
Well, one part of that done.
Yeah. There you go. Right, so there we go. So, but they did talk about, of course, Lizard. They said, Dwight said there's still a sewer dwelling lizard that they need to make, and of course Electro. So I do genuinely think we will get those figures eventually. They're going to happen, I think, eventually. Maybe if Deluxe is down the line, I do think we will round out the rest of the villains from that team. The film was so popular. Spider-Man so beloved. This movie is so beloved. Why wouldn't they not do those last two characters? Because that's all they need to do, right? They've done... Yeah, it's just Lizard and Electro. So I do think they're coming. Yeah, I do think.
And of all the, like, the post-Endgame movies, this seems to be the only one that I think is held up in the same regard as that phase. So yeah, I definitely think this is a well that Hasbro are going to mine for a long time. Give us Aunt May.
I'd take an Aunt May from any of the movies at this point. But yeah. Right, so let's talk about the deluxes then. So they showed off the deluxes and they went up for pre-order today. So I should actually have the better promotional pictures. So let's just get into it, okay? So they'll be talking about the licensing again. They've licensed this one as Spider-Man 2 rather than No Way Home. So again, I don't know what the issue is there. But again, it doesn't matter. It's just the box around our plastic. And let's be honest, it's boring plastic-free packaging anyway. So no one cares. Good riddance. Oh, I've got all these out of order. Right, there we go. Right, here we go. Dr. Octopus. 4 bendy wire arms. He has interchangeable pincers that you can actually put flat on the floor so he can stand, he can hold his own weight. He looks completely pinless and he seems that way. The likeness looks great as well. The glasses are a little bit translucent, so you can actually see his eyes there as well, which is a nice touch. Maybe they're interchangeable or they come off, I don't know. But this guy looks really, really good. I think people agree, as it is sold out on Pulse within 20 minutes in the UK. I don't know if it's sold out in the US on Pulse, but in the UK, at least on Pulse, it's sold out in 20 minutes. But of course, it's available at your independents. I pre-ordered mine from In-Demand Toys. In-Demand, you can pre-order with 0 deposit and cancel without having to send an email or deal with anyone. So that should be your place to pre-order toys from now on. But yeah, Rich, what do you think? Dr. Octopus.
This looks great. I think both the deluxe figures, like, they're both worthy of the name Deluxe. I think occasionally you kind of like, the Marvel Legends nowadays, but these look fantastic. I think both of them, they just nailed it. I think, like, even with the Green Goblin, I think that face sculpt is just so good. Like, it's kind of like Hot Toy level. Sorry, Jay, calm yourself. But it's just looking like a really, really good figure. I just think that looks amazing. Like, and if it looks like that in hand, that is probably, like, if that ships this year, that'll be one of the figures of this year. Top 10 figures of this year. I think it just looks really great.
Now, apparently, the Goblin mask is a mask. It's not an interchangeable head. It's a mask
that goes over the top.
That goes over the face, and also the purple sort of I don't know what, choker or whatever you call it. That doesn't remove. That's stuck on the body, so you can't remove that. But they did give us the 2 head sculpts. So technically, what we're looking at right now was never in the movie, right? He never had the tatty built suit with that mask. He threw that away at this point. So they've added it in just as a bonus because it's so iconic at this point, which is, I'm absolutely fine with it. But I think I will ultimately display him more accurately with like the hood up and the goggles on, like we see here. That's probably how I'm going to display him. You've even got the claw piece as well on the arm. You've got the pumpkin bomb and all of the nicely sculpted detail. And look, completely pinless as well. And the glider looks impressive as well. Like the glider's really nicely sculpted and articulated, and just honestly, they've done such a good job here. It comes with a stand. Now, of course, I'm going to try and get mine on a flight stand so it poses a bit better, but like, I think they've done a bang-up job. So maybe, again, we don't know for sure, but maybe because they wanted to do these two characters right, they knew they couldn't do it as a single pack figure, and they knew they couldn't do it justice as a Build-A-Figure. They were like, right, we have to take some of that Build-A-Figure budget into these Deluxes and do these properly. And if that's what they had to do, then I'm glad they did, because now we've got two better representations of two of the most iconic live-action Spider-Man characters we got, both from the Raimiverse as well, but still, they're iconic, and that's why they brought them back. So, very, very happy with these. Pre-ordered. Where did you pre-order yours, Rich?
I haven't pre-ordered either one of them yet. I was going to wait to see who had them in stock first and get them there.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Well, in demand, you can now pre-order without a deposit. So, and you can cancel without having to deal with anyone. So, that's pretty good, just like Pulse. So, but there you go, both of them. So, now, just curious. Out of these two, in the chat, which one do you prefer? Right, Goblin or Octopus? There isn't a Goblin or Octopus emoji, is there, annoyingly? But right, Goblin or Octopus? What one do you prefer? Which one? Doc Ock or the Goblin? Doc Ock or the Goblin? Let me know. Just write one of these each in the comment. I'm just curious, vaguely, what is people's preference out of these two? Rich, would you say the Goblin's your favourite or Doc Ock?
It says, there you go, there's an octopus and a goblin. I would say probably the Goblin. I think he just looks great. I think Dr. Octopus looks great as well, but he is a much more like a plainer design. I just think with all the details on the Goblin, the glider, everything like that, the alternate, like the mask, it just looks really, really good. I think even looks better than like higher end figures, like the deco on this, all the paint hits on the feet and everything like that. It looks really, really good. Honestly, and I'm not the biggest MCU guy. I'm not the biggest Spider-Man fan. So the fact that this was my star, I'd say, of this whole thing, in a way with Power Princess and Namorita, Green Goblin from a movie, is my favorite reveal of Pulsecon. So I think, that says this is like a really good figure.
They've nailed it. It looks really, really good. And when you compare it to the SH Figure Arts, which is going to end up being double the price of this, it's like, you can't be mad. Like, it looks great. It genuinely looks like, aesthetically, it will fit into my collection and scale better in my collection than an SH Figure Arts would anyway. So, let's see what some of the chat are saying. Excuse me, I do just keep burping. I do apologise. Lucky this isn't Smell-O-Vision. Right, Dune Custom says Green Goblin. Cloud says Goblin. Jamie says Doc Ock. Adam says Doc Ock. Mike Heck says, I hope the glider holds together easier than the Toy Biz one. I'm sure it will, Mike. I'm sure it will. It's been 20 years. 20 years. Hasbro have sorted it out now. Tariq says Goblin. Doc Ock says Cedric. Omar V says Green Goblin. Jay says Doc Ock. Antonio says Doc Ock. He is cheaper. There you go. Price makes a difference. He is cheaper as well. By a little bit. Antonia says Doc. Oh yeah, I said that. Tanner says the Green Octopus. That confused me. I don't know which one he prefers now. Damien says Goblin, but come on, 50-50. The Fossil, both are good. Cloud says the Goblin. Thirsty for Chicken says, but Green Goblin is second place because William Dafoe is one of my favourite actors of all time. That makes no sense. You said, but Green Goblin is second place because William Dafoe is my. Surely that would mean he's first place. What? What, Nick? What's he second place to? Doc Ock? Very confused me. You're confused me. Godzilla. Yeah, he does. He does love Godzilla. It's very mixed. Look, it's very mixed. He is £10 cheaper. Doc Ock is £10 cheaper. So clearly that glider, you're paying for the glider there maybe. But you are getting bendy wise with Dr. Octopus. So again, who knows what the budgeting. None of us understand that. As much as YouTube likes to act like they know how Hasbro work their budgeting, none of us know. None of us fucking know. But it is cheaper. So can't be mad. I'm not moaning that it's cheaper.
They phone up Lucifer, say, how much is it going for today, Lucifer? And then that's how they set their prices.
Let me end this poll before we get out of here, actually. There it is. Right, ending the poll. Who had the best Pulsecon? Can I pull this down? There you go. There, I pulled it down. Who had the best Pulsecon? Marvel Legends with 43%, G.I. Joe's with 49%, Transformers with 6%, and Star Wars or other with 2%. That means it's like just one person voted for Star Wars out of nearly 200. So I'm going to end the poll right now.
Hi, Brandon.
He's lurking. He's lurking. Is he in my porch again? I best go and check. Right, I'm ending the poll. Poll is ended. G.I. Joe took it. Of course, me, Mark, and Tom will be back to recap all of the G.I. Joe reveals on Joe's and Juice very, very soon, as that would fill up another 2 hours as it is. But any Joes you're interested in, Rich? Are you getting Agent Helix?
Helix, yeah. I ordered the Crimson Command, like the 3-pack with Baroness and the twins.
Yeah, looking good, as well. Looking good. I think I'm in with Crimson at this point, because I forgot to cancel my pre-order for these bastards. So like, okay, I guess now I'm in. I have got the Crimson bats and stuff as well, to be fair. So I'm just going to build a Crimson section. I'm going to do half red and half blue of my Cobra setup. I think that's what I'm going to do. But yes, we'll be back to talk about Joe's and Juice on Joe's and Juice, or Joe's on Joe's and Juice. Until then, me and Rich are going to go head over to the Dan Who Extra show right now. So if you want the conversation to continue and you actually want to come on and talk about it with us, then please do. We're going to head over now. All you have to do is become a channel member at the Dan Who Deluxe tier. Very simple. It's just a couple of pound extra to the channel memberships, and you're in, and you can come and watch the extra show and jump on live right now with us. There it is, Dan Who Deluxe. It is pinned to the comments and into the chat as well. Straight after this stream ends, it should direct you to that stream, and the conversation will continue for at least another half an hour. And if you are here live with us and you have Zoom around you, then I will send you the link on Instagram and you can come and join us. And I've sort of figured it out where I could have unlimited people on, but let's try not to have unlimited people on because me and Rich want to go to bed at some point tonight. But the conversation will continue. Come and join us. Until then, in case you don't, of course, I understand not everyone can. So in case you don't, Rich, where can we find you online?
Well, on this Sunday, Dan, you can find both of us in Birmingham at the NEC at Toy Fair.
That is crazy.
So if you're in Birmingham this Sunday and you've ever wanted to see, wow, Rich, are you that bold in person? Yes, I am. And you can find out this Sunday. I will be there scouring stalls for Deanna Troy figures from the 90s. So come and buy me one. They're only like £1 each. I will appreciate you.
If I find one, I'll buy you one, Rich. We can look together. Honestly, people, if you didn't know, me and Rich are genuinely going to be meeting for the very first fucking time. I hope he's not a catfish and this isn't just a disguise he's wearing. But
if I was going to catfish, would I catfish this? Come on.
But we will be meeting for the very first time this weekend. So how tall are you, Rich? Are you going to be taller or smaller than I expect? That's what I'm thinking.
6 foot, I think I am.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're probably about the same size as me then, to be honest. You might be taller than me.
We'll find out now. See who's lying.
I think I'm about 5'11". I think I'm about 5'10". If I tiptoe 5'11". So if anyone asks, I'm 6 foot. But yeah, you're probably going to be taller than me. Interesting. It's weird, isn't it, when you only see people online and then you meet in person, you're like, you have legs? Crazy. I'm going to see Rich's legs. Going to be fun times. You can.
I don't want to see your feet. I've seen that.
No, I'll keep them away in my shoes.
Keep your Crocs on.
Yeah, I'll keep my Crocs on. Until then, people, we'll be back now. Hopefully, I'm not on holiday now for a while. Hopefully, so the refurb's going to continue. These shelves are going to start to get emptier and emptier. But that's not going to stop me from reviewing Marvel Legends. Stay tuned on the channel as if Amanda falls asleep and just leaves me alone, I may get Blade edited, recorded, edited and posted tonight at some point, and then I can try and beat MCU Collector with the rest of them. Damn you, MCU Collector! I like Brian, really. This isn't fake beef. I like Brian. I hate everyone else though. Okay, that's official. Right, I'm out of here. We'll see you on the live show, the after show. All right, go to the after show. The stream link in the description. Word of the day is feet. There you go. Where's my end screen? There you go. Right, 20 seconds. Word of the day is feet. Hopefully the music isn't too loud this time. I've been trying to figure that out. But yes, I'm back. It's good to be back. I know I was only away for a week, but technically I wasn't streaming for a couple of weeks, so it felt a lot longer. Anyway, I'm back. I ain't going nowhere. If you don't like me, I'm sorry about that. But why are you watching this long if you don't like me? You